So I'm just going to test a few scenarios in which, for example, the normal map is missing, or we just change a few settings on the specular level, glossiness, or just to see the impact of each map. So what I did is to create a very minimal scene, added a few lights just to see how light kind of reflects back on the object, and how it looks like when it's rendered. So let's start by unticking everything besides the diffuse color, the map for the diffuse color. And let's just go back to the settings, which I think they were 0, 10, and yes. Okay. So object is changed as well. Let's just give it a render. Looks quite plain. Let's just go a bit closer. Here's the light. Let's see if we can get some more details. Material looks pretty good. Okay. Let's see if we increase the specular level and let's increase the glossiness as well. Let's just see what happens. Do you see the light? It is much more reflective, and it kind of appears to be a bit glossy. Let's just render it again. Okay. Let's just go back and tick the glossiness map. With a map, it kind of tells the object where to be reflective. So you see that I think the specular highlights weren't as big as before. Okay, let's just untick that for a moment and go back to 0 and 10. Let's just render it again. Okay. And let's just click the bump. Let's just take the bump map and just increase the number, even though it's not going to look good, just to see that it's doing something. See? The detail and kind of like the grunge and the texture. It's kind of like it has height in it. So it looks different with a normal map. But let's just decrease that number back. So it doesn't look as rough as it did before. Okay. Let's put the glossiness back. And the displacement, if I increase the displacement map, let's see what happens from a more closer perspective. I think it looks good. I think it looks realistic, and with a better setup, with light and an actual environment, I think this would actually look good. But don't worry with the whole rendering and adding lights and stuff. It was just me going around different maps, just showing you, if I render it now without the diffuse map, I won't have any color painted on it. So it's just me going around and show you how different maps affect the object, the 3D object, in a different way. What else can we do? Let's just change the length, I guess. See how this looks like. Does it look more realistic to you? Okay. Let's just go back on the other side. Maybe the light is different. Yep. Okay. So that was basically it. There is a shader that I find really, really interesting. It is actually a material called ink and paint, which I find really interesting. So I'm going to show that to you in the next video.